live now, eh? So it should show up. We'll quickly test the audio. We'll quickly test the audio. Yes, we're live now. I can see we are live, and we just need to quickly test if the audio is working. Hopefully it is. Yeah, it's working. So audio is working as well, and we are live. This can be shared now, eh? Let's just share this everywhere so that all our members can see. Sandeep, you can take over from here.
Yep. So yeah, sound is working. I can see it in Facebook Live. Dozulapa, welcome everyone. I hope you had a good day. Welcome to our 14th, right? Sangdai, is it the 14th?
14,
I can't
14.
even believe it.
10 plus 4, 14.
14th online class, language class, Nepalbhasa language class. Today, if you remember on the 13th, we learned how to say words to describe space and time. So today we will be using that and we'll be interacting. So today, remember, today is the interactive class. So all the participants, I would request you, and I will monitor the comments. Please comment, please interact in the comment box and ask questions and engage with us in this class because we are here to learn together. Okay, so yeah, I hope we have a good class today. Over to you, Sangdai.
Yeah. So yeah, I almost got confused now. It was Leapy class, and I was waiting for Pranisha to take over. Right. As Sandeep just said, this is going to be our 14th Nepalbhasa class, and we generally do it in English medium so that people who are friends and brothers and sisters, kids who are born in the UK can also follow us up more easily. We also use Khasbhasa Nepali here and there, but generally we try and use English so that people here in the UK can also understand us well. And today, in the last two classes, we had, we covered, we introduced new words about time and about space. So what we plan to do today is we'll practice those new words that we learned in the last two classes of time and space. If you followed those classes, it's great. You can have a practice session here in an interactive way, even through our live Facebook video, which will be also in YouTube later on in the evening today. But if you had not been to one of those classes earlier for time and space, you can always go through the handouts. The handouts were given as captions in the videos. And also in today's video's caption, you will see today's handout. In today's handout, I have also included the links for handouts from previous classes so that you can always, cross-check and you can refer to them. So now let's, without doing further ado, let's quickly start. We'll start with the idea of time. Let's do it with time first. So yeah, practicing words with time, right? We have two friends here with us, Sandeep Shrestha, our General Secretary of Passport Security UK London, and Pranisha Shakya, Culture Secretary of Passport Security UK London, right? Myself, the President. Pranisha is very well versed in Nepalbhasha, and we're very lucky to have her around. Sandeep is learning Nepalbhasha, and we are also very lucky to have him around. So we have got various different levels of expertise in the language, which is exactly what we need, right? And so we are all learners. There's no end to learning of any language in the world. We might just fall in different spheres, different levels of expertise. That's the only thing. We're always learning, right? So I think Susima has already joined us as well. Yeah. And Sandeep, can you quickly check? Susima is online. Susima is connected with us in the video. I think, yeah, most of us, our friends have. So now, talking about time, really. So remember, like we had a number of words. We had, I think, around 20-24 different words about time that we learned. Thau, kane, miga, miga, right? And E was E, as I said, was the time, English Nepalbhasha word for time, right? Ile, on time. Ile bale, here and there, like now and then. And pachi ile, like in formal language, we would normally invite people and we say pachi ile tasa, like please be on time, be on right time, and things like that. So we also covered formal Nepal Bhasha on our first class, 13 class before this. Now about time, let's quickly recap a few things. Below my part of this video, you'll now see a short sentence. The sentence reads, "Today is my birthday." So if we have to say today is my birthday, day, as we said earlier, is din. Like in Khas Bhasha Nepali, din. In Nepal Bhasha, din, right? And also ni. So, and we said birthday was bu din, right? The day when I was born. So if I have to say, and we have also covered these possessive forms like my, and like my is me. I is G. That's what we learned. My will be jigu. That's what we have learned. And the word for today was something we learned in the previous class when we discussed about time. And today, if Sandeep remembers, today in Nepal Bhasha is you're muted, Sandeep.
Din.
Yeah, day for din, right? For today, it was thong, right? Thong for today, niga for yesterday, niga for day before yesterday, kane for tomorrow. So thong, kane, today, tomorrow. Yeah, this is what we did in the class for time. So thong for today, kane for tomorrow, niga for yesterday, niga for day before yesterday. Right? So now, if I have to compose this sentence to mean what I mean to say is today is my birthday, as I said in English. So in Nepal Bhasha, it will be today is thong, right? My is, as I said, jigu. Birthday, budi. Now, because we also have this helping verb there, which is the helping verb is there. The main verb in the sentence is there, and that, as we said in the first class itself, Nepal Bhasha is a verb ending sentence, so the is has to come at the end, and is in Nepal Bhasha is kha, right? So thong jigu budi kha, thong jigu budi kha, thong changu budi kha. Today is your birthday, right? Thong waya budi kha. Today is his birthday, and so on. So today is my birthday would translate in Nepal Bhasha to thong jigu budi kha. Budi is also called Buni or Janmani, isn't it, Pranisha? We also say Janmani, right? Janmani is like a birthday as well. So so that's how it goes, and we can now make it more interactive. Let's swap the sentence, and if anyone from the audience would like to join us trying to translate this, here's the second sentence, which is I will come tomorrow, right? And I is obviously G. Come. Something remembers like what was come? Come and go, right? We did this verb. Come and go, right? Go was wane. Come is waye, right? Waye and wane. Waye and wane, right? Those two verbs. Come and go. Waye, wane. So if I have to say I will come, I will say ji way, right? Ji way. But then if I have to add tomorrow,
ji way and kane.
Kane, right? Kane is tomorrow. But then like this now syntax, this syntax is actually quite similar to Khas Bhasha Nepali. Like in English we will say I will come tomorrow. Tomorrow is at the end. Like in Khas Bhasha Nepali, for example, the tomorrow comes before the verb. We say mo bholi aunchu. Bholi comes before aunchu, right? So in Nepal Bhasha, that kind of syntax is used, and we will say, now you can try it. Ji
kane
way, right? Yeah. So this is the syntax we will use in Nepal Bhasha. Because why we're using this? Because as I said earlier, it has to be a verb ending sentence. That has been the main formula from the day one, right? Verb ending sentence. So the come has to come at the end. So way will be at the end, obviously, right? So I will come tomorrow. G way kane will have to be will have to be uh, reshuffled to G kane way to end the sentence with the verb, isn't it? G kane way. I will come tomorrow. And if I have to say you will come tomorrow, I will say cha kane. Um, I can say I can say about myself. So I will say I will come tomorrow. But if I say you will come tomorrow, cha kane way. So the verbs deforms to way when I make the subject to second person pronoun, right? You. This is something we've covered earlier, so we're just trying to practice this. Um, yeah, Susima is there. She's commenting. She's saying "Thong ji buni ka budi ka." Perfect. Ji kane way. Okay, let's ask this question to Susima now because she's already been answering. So we will give this opportunity to actually help us with the third sentence. Okay, Susima, we have the third sentence, which is he went yesterday. And that would sound something like, let's wait for Susima's reply. So our sentence is, he went yesterday, right? We have a little bit of lag, right? I mean, even if she answers here, if she comments, we find it a bit later. I think a few, some 5-10 seconds. So Susima, if the sentence in English is, he went yesterday, that translated to Nepalbhasha will be, here's your chance to try out something. Doesn't need to be perfectly correct. We can always help each other. You see there?
Yeah, let's give her some more time.
Yeah, it's also the connection.
I know what yesterday could be,
Yeah,
but I'll wait for her. And then coming, going.
Okay, a little bit of light here and there. Okay.
Well, we have 9 other people. They can also give it a try.
Her reply is already there. She's saying, "Wa niga wana." So she's saying, "Wa niga wana." It is a great attempt. Thanks, Susima. You said, "Wa niga wana." And I really like the fact that she not only did she use the word miga for yesterday, she also deformed the verb waye, which is the basic form waye, to wana, because it is in past, right? We have asked the question. We use the word went. Went is past, so the tense is used as wana, and which is perfectly correct. I was not actually. I thought like she might not deal with the verb correctly, but that's wonderful actually. Thanks, Susima. And what about you, Sandeep? What do you think is okay? Like, you have any other thoughts? He went yesterday. Susima translated to what?
No, I just saw.
That sounds correct, right? Anyone had any different idea? Pranisha, did you have any other forms? Because like one sentence probably could be translated to many different ways, but I think this was very simple and I mean simple enough to have only one form of the translation, right? Okay, I think we are happy with this. Let's move on with this next sentence. Okay, it is a bit longer by the look of it, but it's not. So the sentence is, she came the day before yesterday. So the day before yesterday, right? And she. Now, does it make any sense? Like earlier we had he, now we have she, and I think we had an observation in one of our earlier classes how or whether there is any change in he and she in Nepalbhasha. I think if you remember, we said it's a gender neutral language. So whether it's he or she, it's going to be only one pronoun. Sandeep, you want to give a try?
No. What I'm going to do is I just noticed Rajesh Joshi, Dai, and Roshani Ji joined. So let them give a chance to answer.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not?
From
It's gonna be
Inez,
fun. Yeah.
I haven't met them for a long time. I think in Muna we met.
Yeah, you
They
are.
have become parents of twins. So
Yeah.
Rajesh Joshi, Dai, do you want to give it a try? She came the day before yesterday.
She came the day before
Sushima
yesterday.
is on fire. Sushima already answered. She's learning everything very quickly.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
when
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah. So Sushima's replied there. I think people can see this now. So she's used double I there in me, trying to mean Miga and not just Miga. So Miga was yesterday, and she's saying Miga, which is correct perfectly. It is a day before yesterday would be a longer Miga, right? Miga. So wo Miga wala sounds perfect. And she has used were. Earlier it was he and she used were. Now it is she. She is still using were. So as we discussed earlier, were will be used as a gender neutral pronoun for both he and she in Nepalbhasha, and that works, right? Were nigawala. She came day before yesterday. Nigawala. Okay, perfect. Let's move on. Okay, this is going to be the last one for practicing um, sentences for time. And I think Sandeep, because I quickly remembered when I was planning this, Sandeep, in the last class for when we were doing time, I gave an example of good morning, and I said good is bingu. Bingu is good in Nepal Bhasha. So bing or bingu. And I said bing sutha is morning. Bing sutha is good morning. And Sandeep, uh, I think he commented saying what would be good afternoon, good evening, and blah blah blah. But it was a theory class and it was not an interactive class, so I couldn't really help that time. But I just made sure we can help you now. So, what do you think, Sandeep? Give a try. If Bhi Sutha is good morning, what would be for good night?
good night.
Yeah, why not?
It starts with S. Sunny,
Yeah, Sanila is evening. Yeah, if you have to say good evening,
sunny light.
yeah, if you have to say good evening, you could probably say Bhi Sanila. Um, uh, but if you have to say good night, night.
Good night.
Manisha would like to help, or I hope Sushima hasn't commented already.
I didn't try. Or somebody else.
Okay, anyone from the audience? Uh,
Yeah.
Geeta Shrestha ji is also here. She joined. She said hello to Zalpa. And yeah, if I have to say good night, remember like in the previous class before the last, uh, when we were discussing time, we said morning is sute, afternoon is nine, evening is sunile, night is shorter word. Night is tsane is in the night. So you could really say bhi tsa if you have to say good night, or I think Konisha ji will be more happier if we use a more common greeting, and which
Is it B Bahani?
yeah, perfect. Is she helping you out in,
No,
in
it's
private message?
Bosni, like short term memory loss.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just came,
Mm, yeah,
just remembered.
yeah. Bhimwani, I
Okay.
think Bhimwani should work as a more general, you know, evening,
For
night,
the
and yeah, the day is gone and it's night, and good night is Bhimwani should work. I think, yeah, perfect.
yeah. No, I do want to Sangdai, I do want to move forward, but I just remembered, you know how in birthdays you said we did the example of tomorrow is your birthday, today is your
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, Amrit Ratna Stapit Ba always types in Nepalbhasa, no, in all the Viber groups,
Yeah.
and he says, Bundiya
Mm.
Binduna. So
Uh,
that is happy birthday
of course,
or
yeah,
best wishes for your
because
birthday or something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
you just reminded us of a very great person, Amrit Ratna Stapit. Ju,
Okay.
who was previously a Bhante himself for a long period of time, and also established Lumini Buddha Dharma Society in London. He is also one of our founders of Pasapasikutu UK. And yes, he communicates in Nepalbhasa. I mean, as a matter of fact, very fluently, but also he encourages us
Yeah.
by speaking to us in Nepalbhasa, sending messages in Nepalbhasa, and that's exactly how we learn in Guti, isn't it? Yeah, perfect. So
Yeah.
yeah, God bless him. Let's move on. Yes, perfectly. Budhya Bhintuna is happy birthday. Yeah, nice. Okay, now let's move on with this. Um, okay, we got to do this. Yeah, okay. And I realized when I was doing this, actually, you know, give me a sec. We not only did we cover many words of related to time, um, also, we had this thingy. We should have actually used. We actually missed a couple of words about time, and that's what I want to cover now. You see, um, yeah. So let me just bring that out. Actually, right. Okay. Okay. Right. So we are going to add a few.
The video is interrupted in the Facebook Live.
Yeah, yeah.
We have some issues today,
No, that should be
technical
fine. Don't worry.
issues.
Don't worry. Don't worry. It's all under
Okay.
control. Okay. Right. So we want to add a few words that we didn't in the previous class about time, and it's a good time to add because we are trying to do kind of a practice session, and let's do this now. Right. So I want to add this bit, which is this year. Okay. So we said year is the. So we're just extending the knowledge we had in the last class about time. So in the class about time, we said year is the, right? And Nuda is New Year. Remember, Nudaya Bhintuna, New Year's wishes and all that. So
Yeah.
now, if we
Yeah.
there's a very interesting special word dedicated just for this year. You know, um, like in Khaswasa Nepali also, if you say Pohar Sal, it is like last year. Pohar Pohar Sal, Pohar Paral, and all that. That's how we say in Khaswasa Nepali. Similarly, in Nepal Bhasha as well, if I have to say this year, there's a special word, and that word is is interesting. It is called uh, Tugusi. Okay, Tugusi is this year. Okay, let me just show you in typed. Okay, so in Nepal Bhasha, this year will be Tugusi. Okay, two, and we try to break the words so that we can grab the kind of form of it. The Tugusi, right? That's for this year. If I want to say now, um, I will learn in Nepal Bhasha, the verb is seke, right? So siane, teach, seke, learn. So if I say I will learn this year, if I have to say this in Nepal Bhasha, it will be the time will come forward like Nigaji we, Kane wo wala and all that. Tugusi this year, Tugusi ji seke, Tugusi ji seke or ji Tugusi seke. I will learn this year. Okay, seke is the verb; it has to come at the end, otherwise it's perfect, right? Ji Tugusi seke, Tugusi ji seke, right? So that's how it works. Okay. So now let's move on with the new words that we want to cover. They're very quite interesting. So if I have to say next year, what do we say if I have to say next year? Okay, this is interesting. See, for next year, similar, in Khasbasa Nepali, next year, your sister's here, something, letter in. Uh, so next year, in Khasbasa Nepali as well, there is a word called agong. In Khasbasa Nepali, they say agong. for next year. From agondekhi, like from next year you'll do blah 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 blah. In Nepalbhasha, that word next year is aikwan. Okay, the word is aikwan. Let me just show you how we would normally break the wording here. Yes, aikwan. I've heard just this morning when I was preparing this in Western Nepal, towards the west, the Nepalbhasha dialect deforms aikwan to aiquin, and that is also next year. Okay, in the standard form, we generally say in Kathmandu we say next year as aikwan. From next year, that's aikwan. Okay, right. Now let's move on. One more new word. Last year, obviously. Anyone has an idea what will be last year in Nepalbhasha? You can always make these words, but there is a special word. Like if I don't know the special word, I will probably say dawn. I know that dawn is year, and one a is go, right? One a way is come, one a is go. So wongu is that is went, that is past, yeah. So if I say wongu da, that will be the year that passed, yeah. But there is a special word for last year, and that is, anyone from audience, maybe? Let's speed this up. Don't worry. So last year in Nepalbhasha will be Thagune. Thagune for last year. Thugusi for this year. Thagune for last year. Okay. Now it makes it easier to learn new words. Like if I have to now say, for example, if I have to say past year, not last year, but past years, the years that have been passed, yeah? Por, Paral, and all that, as in Nepal Bhasha and Khas Bhasha. So that would be similar to Thagune. Thagune is last year. Past years will be Thagune Nagune. Sounds similar. Thagune for last year. For past years, all past years, we will say Thagune Nagune. That's how it works. Okay. Um, there are a few more, which will quickly pass through. Many years. Okay. Anyone can guess for many years. Year, dans. Many year will be. This is something we have learned earlier, but not. We have learned this word, but we haven't given the meaning of many to that word. Okay, I'll remind you. Remember, like we said, what Sandeep? Do you remember what was it for elder uncle?
Elder, so respectful.
Yeah, father's elder brother.
Tariba.
Yeah, that was it.
Tariba.
Tariba, or in short, even Taba, right? Taba, Tariba, Tadhiba. Yeah. Ta. So we said that time ta gives the idea of bigger, elder, right?
Yeah.
Chidi, smaller, right? Togo, Totso, right? Totso sounding big, loud. Togo, big size, and Toppa, width is bigger and all that, So ta is the idea of bigger, right? So obviously now you can guess. If I have to say many years, a lot many years, okay, not big years, but lot many years, I will say to. Okay, like to. To is longer, not tada, but to. Okay, that is many years. So, for example, when telling stories to kids, to jula, to nya, like ekadasma, you can say like many years ago, many years ago. If you have to start the story like this, okay, you will say to nya, like before, many years ago, yeah, nyane, lyune. Remember, nya is before, right? So to nya, many years before. To for many years. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, we're almost about to finish this. Now, how do we say this bit? About to do. If I'm about to do something, okay, do is the verb to do is yai. if you remember. That's the first verb we learned. Yaye is do, right? Now, if I have to say I'm about to do something, that will be. We're just discussing this because we are discussing the idea of time here. It will be yaye tela, yaye tela, tela. Okay, yaye tela is like we are just about to do something. Okay, and now if we have now this word tela can be used in so many words with any other verb, not only yaye, not only do, like dene tela, about to sleep. You know, ne tela is about the time to eat. Bone tela about to read is about the time to read. So tela, adding tela to the end of the verb is going to give you an idea of you're about to do something. Some deed. Okay, always. This is something we missed in the last class. Always. Now, bale is the time, right? Dene bale, right? Chue bale. And we said ile bale, right? Now, for always, it will be.
We can ask the attendees today.
Yeah, surely.
Always join our class.
Yeah.
How do I say that?
Always. Yeah, exactly. If you have to say in Nepalbhasha, always join our class.
Yeah, today's attendees are like 9, sometimes 12, 14, and again come back to 9, 8. Nyabale is what Sushma said.
Where did you read this? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Got it. Yeah, perfect. So nyable, right? Nyabale. Bale is the time of doing something. Nyabale is always, every time. Yeah. So jigu class nyable jasa. Our class always come. Come to our class. Always come to our class. Jasa has to be at the end as a verb. So jigu class nyable jasa. Okay. Nice. So move on. Sometimes. How do you say sometimes? How do you say sometimes? This is interesting now. Sandeep, do you remember like you shared a song in the last class? You shared a song that you said your mom sang, right?
Yeah, Google.
Okay, we're gonna. Yeah. Yeah, we will discuss that in a bit. Okay, so how does it work now?
Wow, we've got a comment there. Great. So Omji is saying so he's got the answer if you want to read it, because I might not even read it correctly.
Really? Someone has commented. That's nice.
Yeah, Omar Saji has perhaps answered it over there.
Sometimes, right? Okay. Right. Gobble. And Susima says gobble. Omar Saji says Bone tenagu dayar mila jula. Yeah, Bone tenagu. Of course, it works, isn't it? I'm about to read. Yeah, I'm about to study. I'm about to read. Bone tenagu dayar mila ju. Patchy, I would say. Patchy. Yeah, perfect. So now sometimes is right. So what were we dealing with? We did always nyable. Sometimes, yeah. You see, there's one word when we learned about questions. Remember the class for questions? We said gonna where, to what, gonna where. Ga is the interrogative sense, isn't it? Gonna where, ge how, and we said when was gubale, for when, right? Gubale, which time. Now, if I repeat the word when twice in Nepalbhasha, it becomes sometimes. If I say gable, gubale is when, but if I have to say sometimes, I will say gable way. Like sometimes it comes sometimes, gable. Yeah. Omar says you gable gable classes I. Sometimes Omar says he comes to our class. Yeah. Okay. Now nice. So sometimes we'll be gable gable. Now the same word gubele is when, gubele is sometimes. Now there's another use of the word gubele. We can also say never. If I have to say never, that is a song which reminded me when Sandeep shared us. So what was the song again, Sandeep, for the last time? Uh, like okay, for example, guble we maku. Okay, we is the verb, but if you negate the verb by we maku, okay, maku, ya maku, we maku, bone maku, diane maku, swe maku, nile maku. Maku is negating the verb. That it means I won't do this. Nile maku, I won't
Negative.
smile. Okay, so we maku is we maku is not coming. You know, we maku, I will not come. Ji we maku. Now, if I say ji guble we maku, that becomes never. Guble with of any verb and negated with maku would be ji guble we maku. म कहिले आउँदिन in खास भाषा नेपाली. Okay,
But,
so that means never, isn't it?
but the English translation will be always not coming back.
Yes, always
Okay.
always not means
Yeah,
never,
in
isn't it?
short, it is never.
Yes. So always plus not means never, right? So yeah. So goble way maku is
No.
never. Guble with mak and ending with maku will be never. So see, guble has so many different uses. Guble when, guble sometimes, guble dot maku is never. Okay. Now finally, okay, to end this never-ending learning about time. uh, time has no end, and there's no end to the learning about time as well. But we'll find an end to it. So clock. If I have to say clock, the Nepalbhasha word for clock will be. We can derive this. See, E is time, right?
Gota.
Uh-huh. E is time, right?
Yeah.
Clock. The word for clock in Nepalbhasha will be ilan, and then with anything smaller objects, regular objects, normal, frequently used, regular lovable objects, smaller objects, we use cha, right? Smaller objects. So ilan cha. Ilan cha is the word for clock in Nepalese. Okay, that's all we wanted to share about. Now, let's start talking about time. So practice the words about time. Let's do this, yeah? We'll make it quick now. Okay, so now let's try and translate this word in Nepalbhasha. Come to front.
Oh, you meant space, right? Because I think we've done
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I mean space. Yeah. Sorry. Time. We'll be done with time. Yeah, done with time. Space. Come to front. In the class about space, we learned how to say front, back, left, right, top, down, above, below, and things like that in Nepalbhasha. So if you remember front, come is go is wani, come is way, right?
Why?
But here you have to deform the verb way because this is going to be second person. You see, come to front. You're telling someone, right? Or you're telling you come to you. What do you mean to say is you come to front? You is the second person. So way will deform to wa. You come to front, right? So second person deformation of way would be wa, right? So wa has to be now at the end of the sentence because it is a verb ending sentence, as we know. So something wa to the front wa, and the word in Nepal Bhasha for front is okay. There's an answer in the comment. She's saying nyane wa. Well done. So nyane is to the front. Nyane is front. Lyune is back. If you remember, nya liu, right? Nyasa lisa. Question answer, right? Nyatu litu. We did this for the step wives, before and after, former and latter, and nyo and li because I'm giving this idea of former and later, right? So nyane liune, front, back. Come to front will be, as she said, in the comment. Nyane wa. Or if the U is respected, then it will be nyane. What will be it, Sandeep? If you have respect, you can't say nyane wa. You'll have to say nyane.
It's the respective form is the disa, no?
Yeah.
Or it's isa, or it's asam.
Jasa,
So,
exactly. Yeah. Nyane jasa. Nyane jasa will work.
What about nyane wana disa, or what is
Nyane
that?
wana disa, yeah, it works. But jasa is the special term that replaces the longer form wana disa. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Like for each, you could have said respected form naya disa, but instead of saying naya disa, we said bapia disa, right? So eating and coming, these two, and there's one more. A few verbs have special words in respective form. Otherwise, disa, adding disa will work, right? Now, okay. Secondly, father is upstairs. So yeah, if we have to say my father is upstairs, if you remember, we had upstairs and downstairs for when we learned about space. And father, we studied about relationships. Father is. We even sang this song, didn't we, in the last class? Ma abuya yomo ma, wasn't it? So ma abuya yomo ma. Ma is the daughter. Ma is mother. Abu is father, right? Abu or ba? Abu, ba,
Yeah,
or
I
father.
was thinking of that.
Yeah.
I remember
Okay,
Sangeeta
fine.
explaining as different floors in how we say.
Yeah.
So upstairs, downstairs. So even in Nepali or in where I'm from in the eastern Nepal, we say like Poila Tala, Dosra Tala, right? So I think it's something to do with Tala.
Yeah. Oh, you clever. You clever. So tale, and tale is for upstairs. Kune for downstairs. As we analyze, as we gave an analogy last time, kue is down, kune is downstairs, chue is up, tale is upstairs, right? So father is upstairs will translate to abu tale di. Do is like is, right? But to respect a human, we will say di tale, abu tale di, ba tale di, right? Something like that. Okay, so that we should do. Next one, school is far. Of course, it is far. It's closed due to the pandemic. Okay, school is far. How do we make this work? School, if you remember, uh, when we said kuti, when we learned about this thing, jakuti is office, ja plus kuti, ja is work. A place to work, jakuti. A place to do jakuti is work, is office. Safukuti is library, safu is book, safukuti is a place where the books are kept, library. Similarly, school would be where you go and learn, where you go and study. So bone is read or study. So bone kuti is the place where you go and study, right? So school, we've done this earlier. School is bonekuti. School is far will be. Is has to be at the end because it's a verb ending sentence. So
that's true.
is do, right? School
Do.
far do, right? So far has to have now a translation in Nepalbhasha. That's all. It's a very simple sentence, right? Yeah, Susima is saying Jimmy ba tale do. Hats off. Okay, Susima, now in the comments you can help us out. School is far. School is far. That's why
Tapa.
online classes are here. Okay. Yeah, Tapa, isn't it? Tapa is far, right? Sandeep is, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Susima has also given the same answer. Bonekuti Tapa Kha. Kha is Kha and Moku are yes, you can use Kha for is, Moku for is not, but it is used in a different way. Du and Madu, Kha and Moku, right? Du, I think it's more transitive, isn't it? Do. Sorry. So kha is ji jiguna sanyukta kha, right? Ji vidyarthi kha अथवा ji senami kha, right? So I'm telling about myself. Okay. Wo senami wo sorry. What I mean to say is for example, thong Buddhabar kha. Thong Buddhabar, like Wednesday, kha. Today is Wednesday. Things like that, yeah. But when you say what we were dealing with, when we have to say school is far, we can't say Bonikuti tapa kha. We have to say Bonikuti tapa adu. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Isn't it, Pranishaji? She's new to
Yes.
Yeah. So we
you can say like if we can use like bonekuti likadu.
Likadu.
Like do will be more better.
That's all, isn't it? Yeah. When we say it's likadu, it sounds better. We could simply say then bonikuti tapa.
Yeah, but
Bonikuti
it's not
tapa.
good when say bonekuti tapa.
If I say bonikuti tapa, so
Tapa.
yeah, school is far already. It makes a sense. Bonikuti tapa do. Rather than that, yeah,
It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it doesn't, isn't it? Bonikuti tapa. Yeah, I think. Bonikuti tapa ki sati daga nandasa. Like if we ask, then we could simply say bonikuti tapa ji wane ma, like one moko ji tapa bonikuti tapa zu. You could say tapa zu. That would also make sense. Yeah. All right. So moving on. I think it's the last one. Okay. Sit on the side. Remember, we dealt with a word in Nepalbhasha which is for side. Okay. Now, if we have to say sit on the side, the word for side, sit is, remember the verb we did? Sit and stand. Stand, dani. Sit, fetue. Right? Dani and fetue. Stand and sit. So sit on the side. Sit on the side. On one side, sit on the side. So the word for side is sithe, isn't it? Sithe. So sithe fetu or sithe chuan. That should work, I think. Yeah, just making it simple. Sithe chuan, like be on the side, sit on the side. Sithe fetu or sithe chuan, sithe, right? That's the word we did last time. Okay, next one. Climb stairs to go up. Just trying to add more words so that objects and more words so that we also learn other words here. Climb. We haven't dealt with climb so far. When we learned so many verbs, we didn't learn climb. We can do it now. Ge is the verb for climb. Okay. Ge. And if you have to say by climbing, because here what you want to say is do something by climbing. So it has to be gaya. Buona is like if you have to say go there after you read, it will be buona anahu. Ana is there, right? Tana is here, ana is there. So buona anahu. After reading, go there. Right? So that form of buona ending a gives you the sense of after doing something, after having done something. Perfect past, perfect past. That's like completed, accomplished one, right? So gaya is the simple form of climb, and it has to be now gaya, right? Gaya. And stairs is swana. Swana gaya. Climb stairs to go up. Now, how do you say go up? Up is tre, right? Yeah. Up is tre, but this is tricky. This is a tricky one. We're talking about stairs here, Sandeep.
Stairs is tale.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's what we wanted to try to confuse people here. Up is definitely tre, down is que, But if we have to say upstairs, as you said earlier, father is upstairs. Abu tole di, right? Tole. So Swana gaya tole tale hu. Hu is go, right? One is to go, but if you have to say second person, it is wo or hu. Makes sense, yeah? So you're sending someone. So Swana gaya tale tale hu. Climb stairs to go up. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Right, that's the end of it. That is the end of it. It looks like, and now we've done quite a good. We've completed quite a good practice session today, which is nice, which is a very good thing to do. Let me just before we finish today's class, let me just quickly give you a quick overview of idea of a few couple of new words that we didn't cover last time, and it is still about space. Okay, nice. Right, like I would like to introduce a few words like these in Nepalbhasha, and still about space. First one, let's say around. Around. If I have to say around, go around somewhere. Go around trees. Around in Nepalbhasha will be. Someone help. It's a new word, so I can't expect people who are learning to actually refer to any.
So people in the audience, Omji, anyone else, Gitaji, if you know how to say around in Nepalbhasa, you can simply comment. Give it a guess.
Actually, like Om Arsaji has given the reply, which is Swana Gaya Tolehun, which is what we did. But also, Susima has given Swane Tsue Tahu. Now look at this, Tahu. That makes sense. This is how we like different perspectives of meaning the same, of giving the same meaning. Tahu is, it also means to go upstairs. Tahu. That's a different way to say the same thing, and it works perfect. Okay, yeah. Just saw that comment in the video. Anyway, for around now, the word in Nepalbhasha for around will be. It's an interesting word.
Yeah, it's a new word, so I haven't heard it. So I think
You got an excuse.
Give the answer. I'm relying on the audience today.
Okay, let's make it a bit sooner than later, because we've also had longer time spent with this. Sakalin will be around. The word for in Nepalbhasha, the English word around will translate to Sakali. Okay, makes sense. Okay, let's move on with a couple of new words, and then we'll be done for today. Internal. Now this is tricky. This is tricky because we learned the word for inside in the last class when we were talking about space. We learned a word for inside, which is dune. Dune, pine. In, out. Inside, outside. Yeah? Dune and pine. Now, what if I have to say internal? How do I say that? I can't say dune. Okay? Now, how do we make it work? How do we derive this word is from dune itself. We have to say off inside. Internal means, the meaning of the word internal actually means something off inside, right? Internal organs. Okay, organs of inside your body. Yeah, so off inside, not of outside, but off inside. That's what it means. So if we have to add off in Nepalbhasha, it is if I have to say Sandeep's book, I will say Sandeep ya Safu. Yeah, so similarly it is going to be Duneya. Yeah, so that's how it'll work. Okay, so do ne ya. This is how you can make this word up. Dune is inside. Internal will be duneya. Duneya, you know, something off inside. So you add ya. Pineya, duneya for external, internal. Yeah, that's how we can make form your words when you need. Huh? Okay, next one. Up and down. It's a very confusing one. Up and down. Now, this is where Susima, remember Susima gave a reply in the video. She said,
Ta, ta,
"Tha hu," right? Tha hu.
ta.
Yeah, right. So tha, as we accept it, like we say tole and kune, tha hu, tha hu can be used to go upstairs. Yeah. So in that sense, up and down for when we mean the stairs. Okay. When we are trying to mean the stairs, uh, it will be tha ko. Okay. Tha and ko. Okay. That would mean up and down. Tha and ko. Guli tha ko yan chong. It's like how many times you have to do the up and down? Restless. Tha ko. Okay. That's for up and down. Okay. Similarly, now almost towards the end now. Aside. How do you say aside in Nepalbhasha? Side is sithe, we said. Okay, but if we have to say, uh, um, aside, like on what I mean to say is on one side, not any side, but on one side. That would be. Now this is tricky because you can understand this better because you've also covered the counting class for counting. Chagu, nigu, swangu, we did this. Chaka, nika, right? So, and remember we said uh, let me have it here. Okay, so cha gives the meaning of one, right? So if I have to say on one side, a side, it'll be chake. Chake. Ke is the side.
Sisite.
Chake. Ke. Tuke, uke. Remember? Tuke, this side. Uke, that side. Okay. Similarly, chake is on one side. Okay. Now how to deal with this? See. Now if I have to change, if I have to say like if I have to say not one side, if I have to say on both sides, how do I say this now? And you can actually make this work with the knowledge you already have. Now we said chake is on one side, and we know that chagu nigu is for two, right? Ni is for two. So all you have to say is nike, on both sides. Okay, nike taibu, put it on both sides. It could be some lamp or something. Nike taibu, put on both sides. Chake jagat ti, just put on one side. Nike taibu, just put it both sides. That makes sense. Now you can carry on with this. Sake, nike, swake, peke. Like how many sides you want to say. You can keep on counting the side. That's all it is about, right? Okay. Now how do you say opposite? Opposite side. Opposite. How do I say opposite?
Again, open to the audience who are still with us, 7 of us, 9 of us now. I have no idea. So something K, but what is the opposite part?
Something K.
Akha.
Aka. Yeah, who said it? Did you find it somewhere?
Nah, Jagatji. I just typed in Akha.
Really? Oh yeah,
Okay.
okay. Jagat Sundar Bonekuti. Jagat Sundar Bonekuti is not Jagatji. Jagat Sundar Bonekuti. I have to mention this. Thank you so much, Jagat Sundar Bonekuti, for sending us the answer. Bonekuti is school, right? We just said. Jagat Sundar Bonikuti is one of the most important schools of Nepalbhasha, because Jagat Sundar was a person, was a great person in the past who opened this school when Nepalbhasha was learning and teaching Nepalbhasha was illegal. You know, that time he ran a school. He acted as if he was a mad person so that the government will not punish him. So acting as a mad person, he ran schools and taught kids. That great person was Jagat Sundar, and he should not be forgotten. I'm just taking one more minute to explain about him. I just did to introduce him, and the school established on his name is Jagat Sundar Bonekati, which is still running and is doing excellent. It brings out excellent students. All the students who pass out from Jagat Sundar Bonekati come out with flying colors. They get great, good grades. Thank you for that, Jagat Sundar Bonekati. And yeah, Alka is for opposite. Perfect, right? Thank you so much. It is really interactive. It really helps us run this interactive session actually. Okay, Kusubai. Anyway, now village. If I have to say village, it will be. It is actually the term. There is no special term in Nepalbhasha, but yeah, I think it derives from Sanskrit, because in Sanskrit, village, in also in Nepali, Khas Nepali, we say gaon, right? Gaon is derived from Sanskrit, which is gram, grama,
Grameen.
gramir, yeah, related to a village. So grama is a village in Sanskrit. It gives the Khas Nepali word, which is gaon, right? In similarly in Nepal Bhasha, when you derive from Sanskrit, it is even more simpler. You just you know tone the ending syllabus down, yeah, and you just silent the ma, and it becomes ga, right? Ga is gaon, ga is gram, ga is village in Nepal Bhasha. Okay, game in the village. Okay,
Okay.
like if you're telling stories to kids, ta da nya, as I said earlier many years ago, ta da nya, chagu game in a village, yeah, chagu game, Sandip Dhaima Machadu. There's a child called Sandip. You can start a story like that. Ta da nya, chagu game, chagu
Okay.
satan dayu game, Sandip Dhaima ka Machadu. Oh boy, right. Nice. So let's move on. We're about to finish this. Country. Yeah. How do you say country in Nepal Bhasha? Easy. In Sanskrit, in Nepali, in Sanskrit it is desh, right? Desh with baklo shah. Desh, desh. In Khas Bhasha Nepali, it is also desh, but it is transformed to des, patalo sa, des, bides, and all that. In Nepal Bhasha, as I said earlier,
There.
what they exactly. So you just make
Really?
the ending sound silent. Exactly, that's what it is. They, right? They and half yo. They the ekar they yo Holanda half yo they. Okay. If you remember Bhaktapur, what we call Bhaktapur today, the original name is Khopa, right? But we don't,
Yeah.
and in a respectable form, because all these cities were earlier different kingdoms, right? So we say Khopa de. Yeah, that's where Pranishaji's ancestry is from. And
Mine also. Mine
and
also.
Yala there, Kopa there, um, Ye there is Kathmandu. Yala is Patan,
So
isn't it?
is this Bhakta, then if I want to say I'm this Bhakta, is like they
No, 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 no. Bhakta is not. Bhakta don't confuse with that. Bhakta is nothing to do with. Bhakta doesn't translate to Kopa. Uh, I don't know why. Because in Nepali, in Khas Nepali, they translate it as a city of bhaktas, but it has got. I don't think it has got anything to do with the original name, which is Kopa. I'm unable to explain what the exact meaning of the ancient word Kopa is, but Kopa De is the name of the original name of Bhaktapur, and that's all I can confirm. Yeah, perfectly. Okay, but it's got no relationship with Bhakta. Okay, that's why it is. Right.
okay.
Now, finally, world. The last word about space that we want to learn universe is antariksha in Sanskrit, and khas bhasha Nepali, Hindi, and all Asian languages, including Nepalbhasha. Okay, so we're not including that. But world, which is sansar or Vishwa in Sanskrit, Vishwa, sansar, also Sanskrit, in Nepal, in khas bhasha Nepali, sansar, in Nepal Bhasha, world is
either Biswe or Sanse.
no. There's a different word, and it is halim. Halim. Okay, like this. This word comes very frequently in many formal organizations. Okay, uh, if I have to mention one of the organizations that we have been the founding members of from London, it is
No.
World Neva Organization. That is in Nepal Bhasha, it will translate to Halim Newa Dabu, you know, uh, something like that. Yeah. So Halim is world. Okay. Nice. Nice dealing with all these new words and also practicing a few of the words that we already learned earlier. I hope we all enjoyed as much as I did, and I hope we didn't torture many of the new learners with difficult sentences and words. Yeah. What do you say, Pranishaji? You've been quiet. She's not feeling that well today, I know, but we are so grateful you joined.
It's okay.
Okay, so let's wrap up. Thank you very much for joining. Special thank you to all our interactive audience, including Omar Saji, Susima, little sister, and Jagat Sundar Bonikuti. You know what? I was thinking of advertising the Nepal language Bhasa class in our Ranjana Lipi class, because I always know, and we found out that the Lipi class is attended more than the language class, so we need to advertise. Anyway, thank you for joining. It is 8 o'clock almost in the UK, and if you have joined from Nepal, good night. Oh, what is good night in Nepalbhasa?
You learned it today. You learned it.
Buddhi, no. Bahani is night.
Yeah, and good was
Bhi.
being. Yeah, exactly. So
Bhi Bahani and Visita in the UK. Oh, Bhi, no. What evening? I said it myself.
yeah, you said it. Yeah.
Visanaya.
Sanila.
Sunil.
Yeah.
Sunil.
Visanil and the
Bhavani.
Bahane. Yoke Yoke Subha. Thank you very much.
All right.
Subha. Sapasita.
Thank you. Thank you.